In this lesson, you'll learn a simple approach for using color in your designs, something you can apply right away. There are many ways to work with color. Designers use different color harmonies and advanced techniques, but what I'm going to teach you today, you can use it immediately in your next design. You'll learn a simple rule for applying colors, the 60-30-10 rule, and how to pick colors based on what they mean and who you're designing for. This is a free lesson from our complete UX/UI design course. In the full course, we go deep into all the color techniques, but today we're keeping it simple and practical. Let's start. The 60-30-10 rule is simple. Every screen should have three types of colors. 60% is your dominant color. This covers most of your screen. 30% is your secondary color. This supports your dominant color. 10% is your accent. This is your, look at me, things you want people to notice. Let me show you a small example. This is AllTrails, a hiking app. See this white background? That's the 60%, your dominant color. It covers most of the screen, keeps things clean and readable. This purple section wrapping the peak plan? That's the 30%, your secondary color. It immediately tells you this is the important one. And this black button? That's your 10% accent. Against all that white and purple, it's impossible to miss. That's where you want people to click. 60% neutral, 30% guides attention, 10% drives action. Now, this is what happens when you ignore the rule. This banking app has a bunch of different colors competing for attention. Your eye doesn't know where to look. Let's fix this step by step. First problem, these navigation icons. Blue everywhere screams for attention, but navigation should be quiet and stay in the background. Let's make them neutral, dark gray or black. Now we emphasize the current page, home, so users know where they are. Much better. Next, this light blue background. It competes with everything on screen. Change it to white. See how much cleaner this already looks? The content can finally breathe. Now these transactions need attention, but these gray icons? They blend in. They're not doing their job. Change them to yellow. Now that grabs attention. Yellow means, hey, look at this. Perfect for alerts. The biggest problem, these action buttons. All bright blue, all equal. Which one should I press? We don't know. First, remove all the color. Now they're neutral. But wait, which actions are most important? Adding money and seeing more options. So we make only those green. Now there's a clear hierarchy. One last thing, this Earn 90 euros button gets lost at the top. Make it green too, same as our main actions. Now all our important CTAs match and pop. Here's what we did. 60% white background, clean and calm. 30% green for actions that matter. 10% yellow for things needing attention. From chaos to clarity. That's the 60-30-10 rule. Okay, so now you know how to apply colors using the 60-30-10 rule. But wait, how do you select which colors to use in the first place? Like, how do you know if your main color should be blue or green or black? Let's talk about that. To pick the right colors, you need to understand two things. First, color psychology. That's a fancy way of saying, what do colors mean to people? Different colors make people feel different things. Blue makes people feel calm and trust. That's why banks and hospitals use blue. Red makes people feel excited or urgent. That's why sale signs are red. Green makes people think of nature, health, and money. Yellow feels happy and energetic. Purple feels creative or luxury. But here's where it gets tricky. Colors mean different things in different countries. In America and Europe, white means weddings and purity. But in many Asian countries like India and China, white means funerals and sadness. Red is lucky in China, but can mean danger in Western countries. See the problem? If you're designing a dating app for users in China and you use white everywhere, you might send the wrong message. This is why you can't just pick colors because they look nice to you. You need to know, who will use your design? Where do they live? What do these colors mean to them? That's color psychology. And it's deeper than just blue is calm. And that brings us to the second thing, user personas. A persona is like a profile of the person who will use your design. It tells you who they are, what they need, what they feel, what problems they have. This isn't just made up. Good personas come from real user research, surveys, interviews, data. Now let me show you how personas and color psychology work together. Color choices should match your users. Think about the Uber app. Clean white, simple gray, serious black buttons. Why? Their users need to book a ride fast. They're in a hurry. They want simple and quick, no distractions. Those neutral, clean colors match that need. Now look at Duolingo, the language learning app. Bright green, fun orange, playful illustrations. Why? Their users are learning something new. It can feel hard and frustrating. They need encouragement and fun. Those cheerful, bright colors make learning feel like a game, not homework. See? Both apps help you do something, but totally different colors, because different users with different needs. Uber users need speed. Duolingo users need fun. You can't just copy another app's colors. You need to understand your users first. In just a few minutes, you learn something practical. The 60-30-10 rule you can use today, how color psychology works, and why understanding users matters. That's actually valuable. Most designers spend years just picking colors and hoping they work. Now imagine taking this further, actually doing user research, building real personas, creating the kind of professional work that makes clients excited to pay you. That's what separates OK designers from great ones. And that's what our complete UX/UI design course teaches. The full system, step by step, so you don't have to figure it all out alone, even if you're a complete beginner.